Right here at Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, as you can see, water still left over from the work crews were doing this morning. Here in Springdale, where police say they apprehended 28-year-old Andrew James McGann. Now, this happened yesterday evening when this tree fell right on top of his property. And today, crews throughout the city are working to clear roads. As this building is set for demolition, the community still leaving messages of support for the Waffle Hut. The Fayetteville School District is taking a closer look at how students advance from elementary to high school, reworking its feeder program. And that's exactly what Congressman Womack says he hopes to do today, right? And just speaking with him right here at the airport, he told us that they're expecting to vote on a bill to end the government shutdown again as early as this afternoon. Speaking to the owner, he was saying he was in this hallway when it had hit. He was with his wife, he was with his mother-in-law. It was raining, visibility was low. This area is known to be treacherous, but in speaking with officials here, they're saying that they're hoping that their officers who may know this area better than Hardin helps in trying to find him. While some people seek the warmth for comfort, many in our area do so for survival. Fentanyl can affect every family in this state, and a mix of awareness and these prosecutions, it's what's going to help curb this issue right here at home in Arkansas. And Morgan, we're right here at the University of Arkansas. We are right next to Mullins Library. I'm going to go ahead and let Will zoom in. But this is what we're seeing right now. As you can tell, a very heavy police presence. We drove down Garland. ASP officers, Fayetteville police officers, every type of law enforcement that you can see here. There's a huge crowd of them. We saw a few people inside Mullins Library, a few officers kind of sweeping through from what we could tell, and ultimately ruled that the prosecutors established enough evidence on the 8 charges against Drake, including 3 counts of first-degree murder. The roads look to be, especially the busy roads in our area, seem to be a lot clearer than they were. The photographer was saying, your ears are red, you need to put on these earmuffs, so I have the earmuffs on now. I spoke with a woman that was here earlier today, and she tells me that the person they're searching for is her son. The celebrations kicked off just a little while ago and then ended, and now people are on their tours, not letting the little bit of drizzle that we're seeing right now get in the way of them exploring the campus. And in Franklin County, community members gathered Thursday just steps from the site of a proposed 3,000-bed state prison. They want to know why a man accused of distributing, possessing, and viewing child pornography could be on campus. It's just such an exciting day here in Rogers. You can't help but feel for this school district hit hard by the Memorial Day weekend tornadoes in May of last year, especially this campus. We heard from Dr. Jeff Perry a little earlier. He said that there were some buildings where you would look up and there'd be no ceiling, right? The roof was completely torn off. So this building right here took a lot of damage. But he said despite that, despite having to move all the students here to 40 mobile classrooms at the New Tech school, he says the numbers went up, the performance went up, the test results went up. We're at this beauty salon here in Springdale, where police say they apprehended 28-year-old Andrew James McGann. Now, this happened yesterday evening around 5 p.m., 5 days after the attack. And now McGann faces 2 counts of capital murder for the deaths of Clinton and Kristen Brink. Now, Arkansas State Police Major Stacey Rose says that specific details on how investigators were able to track down McGann will be released at a later time. She says authorities are still working to determine a motive and are being careful not to release information too early as they focus on building a solid case for conviction. Rhodes confirms McGann had recently moved to Arkansas from Oklahoma and had secured a job at a local school. State police also credit the public's involvement as a key factor in McGann's capture. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders praised the coordinated effort, saying it took teamwork at every level to bring the suspect into custody.
Absolute tireless and heroic efforts of our law enforcement and the collaborative effort from every single level, from our city, our county, our state parks, our federal partners who have worked together to bring this person to justice.
Now, as a reminder, police say that the 2 young children who were with the couple at the time of the attack are with family and are safe. Shay Lewis, the Arkansas State Parks secretary, says that they are working to reopen trails, but they will remain closed, and reopening them will come at a later time.
Jacob, just real quick, did Arkansas State Police elaborate on if the suspect knew the victims?
Yeah, as of right now, they're saying no, but again, this investigation is still ongoing. They're working to get a conviction, and I'm sure as time goes on, they're going to be finding more information, definitely looking into McGann's past to see if there was any connection whatsoever.
I don't like to see sorrow in people's life because I've had plenty in my heart.
I lost a child 6 years ago, so I understand the significance of a parent grieving a child.
Along the Arkansas River, from Oklahoma to Fort Smith, volunteer searchers have been looking for Justin Baker for the past 3 weeks.
I've been a diver for 22 years, started out on a fire department as a diver. I've never been in their situations by having a loved one missing. But that's what I like doing is helping people get closure.
Jason Fullen, Casey Hargrave, and Wilburn Murchison were brought together by Revamp, an organization that supports families and law enforcement agencies navigating cold cases or missing person searches. And on this cold Friday morning, the three set out on boat, using sonar technology
And then that comes up over here.
and their expertise of the water to guide their search.
Beforehand, we look at maps, find different locations where bends in the rivers, deep spots in the rivers, places just to start at. Then we run sonar. We try to find targets that could possibly be a person and then dive on them.
And the eldest on board brings the most experience.
I found 7 people here in this Arkansas River.
Murchison has been fishing on the Arkansas since 2nd grade, and he knows the river better than most. His daughter Lori disappeared in Fort Smith in 1995, and 30 years later, she's still missing.
I know what his people feels like because I feel what they felt. I know what it's like to have somebody missing and can't find them, whether they're dead or alive.
Though unsuccessful in finding Baker on Friday, the three will continue their search, brought together by unfortunate circumstances, connected through pain and the call to step up.
When I lost my son, community support got me through the initial loss. So, I feel great sympathy for Kelly, and I'm glad the community's out helping. So it says a lot for Fort Smith and Oklahoma.
In the time that we've been here, dozens of people have showed up looking to spend the night here and seek shelter from the cold at the Saved by Grace Church in Springdale. And while some people seek the warmth for comfort, many in our area do so for survival. Pastor Nate Porter of Ark of NWA Outreach Ministries in Springdale knows all too well the loss cold weather can cause.
2.5 years ago, there was a couple that died just inches away from a warming station. And after that, I swore to myself, this ain't gonna happen again if I can help it.
That's why he's dedicated to making sure people without homes in the Springdale area have a place to keep warm.
Last night was the biggest night. I counted 52 people. And they're still calling, asking to come up. We do have a little bit more room, so as long as we can put somebody on the floor or put somebody somewhere, they're going to have a place warm.
Porter, along with other volunteers, are donating their time, money, and supplies to house and feed anyone seeking shelter at the Saved by Grace Church in Springdale.
And it's a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort, definitely a lot of money. And at this point, definitely put all we've had pocket-wise and anything that we've had donated, 100% of it went to this, including our own money.
As extreme cold enters Arkansas.
With weather that negative, if they don't have any other solid place where they have heating and air, and they're just trying to cover themselves up the best they can, that can be very detrimental and life-threatening.
Captain Travis Hodges with Central EMS says below freezing temperatures bring concerns of hypothermia.
A lot of people that are outside sometimes underestimate, how long they've been out there. They can get super, super cold and not realize until it's too late.
Porter says despite exhausting himself and their resources, he does this to make sure his community is kept safe.
We call them the family because they are family to us. We opened it up that way. Not only would we know that the family's fed, but that the family would also be warm and no chances of dying.
Now, I just got finished speaking with Pastor Nate, and he told me that the church will probably be open till Sunday given the cold temperatures looking to persist. He also says anybody looking to donate any items can come by the Saved by Grace Church here in Springdale, and someone will be here to assist them.